Well, one of us can sit under there. There we go.
Well, Tools for Opportunity is a small nonprofit that works to get woodworking tools into the hands of some really talented woodworkers in some of the poorest areas of the world. So we collect new and used tools from companies and from individuals. We ship them down to El Salvador or Honduras, is where we're working recently. And then we travel down there and do some training to help these guys try to become more profitable in their business.
You're also promoting community involvement too, both with the woodworkers themselves in their larger areas.
Right, that's one of the things that's unique about Tools for Opportunity. We're not a charity where we just give something and hope the best comes of it. We provide training and then ask in return that our trainees give back to their own communities to make things for a church, for their school, for the city itself.
If you'd like to help out Tools for Opportunity, you can contact them on Facebook, Facebook/Tools for Opportunity, or even their website, toolsforopportunity.org or .com. Gene, Craig, it's good to see you guys again. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you,
Thanks, Phil.
So if I want to make 4 pieces that are 10 inches long,
Por lo tanto, dice, como un ejemplo, si quieres sacar piezas de unas 10 pulgadas de largo,
I'm going to show you a little trick.
les voy a mostrar una técnica.
I'm going to take this piece,
Va a tomar esa pieza y la va a poner como de
I'm
taco.
going to measure 10 inches from my cut line,
Va a medir 10 pulgadas desde la línea de corte.
and I'm going to clamp that in place.
Luego le va a poner una prensa o sargento.
So we call this a stop block.
Dice que eso le llaman un dado o un bloque de alto, dice.
So now I just butt my workpiece up against that.
Así que ahora solo va a poner la pieza hasta ahí. Y de aquí en adelante todos los cortes. Correcto.
Cuatro pieces, identical length.
4 piezas de medidas exactas, dice. ¿Qué les parece?
So you can make a simple sled with just a piece of plywood and some cleats that ride along the edge of the
Por lo tanto, se pueden hacer cualquier cosa así como esto fácilmente, ¿verdad? Teniendo en
much
cuenta,
more accurate and precise.
incluso hasta más exacto que esto, ¿verdad?
So are there any questions on that technique or the table saw in general?
¿Alguna pregunta sobre esta técnica o la mesa en general?
Quizás no, porque solamente vemos la estructura, ¿verdad? Y el funcionamiento perfecto.
Muy bien. So he said not for now because they just got a pretty clear idea on how to do this.
Good.
Hi, I'm Phil Huber, the host of the Woodsmith Shop TV show, and I want to introduce you to a couple of friends of the show who work for a great organization called Tools for Opportunity. Guys, why don't you introduce yourselves?
Thank you, Phil. I'm Craig Regseger. I am the Vice President for Tools for Opportunity.
And I'm Gene Peterson. I'm the president of Tools for Opportunity.
Could you give us a quick summary of what Tools for Opportunity is and what kind of work you do?
Well, Tools for Opportunity is a small nonprofit that works to get woodworking tools into the hands of some really talented woodworkers in some of the poorest areas of the world. So we collect new and used tools from companies and from individuals. We ship them down to El Salvador, Honduras, is where we're working recently. And then we travel down there and do some training to help these guys try to become more profitable in their business. We feel like if we can give them a few simple tools, they can become more efficient and more effective in their woodworking and make a little more money for the families that they're trying to support.
You're also promoting community involvement too, both with the woodworkers themselves in their larger areas.
Right, that's one of the things that's unique about Tools for Opportunity. We're not a charity where we just give something and hope the best comes of it. We provide training and then ask in return that our trainees give back to their own communities. We ask them to plant trees, for example, to replace the natural resources that they're using, and also to go into their community, use the skills they have to better them, to make things for a church, for their school, for the city itself.
Sure, and you're building relationships that you've worked with some people over several years and been able to follow up with them and then be able to see how they're even impacting their own community as teachers.
Yeah, we've been really gratified to be able to follow these woodworkers that we've been helping over the course of several years. My mind goes to Ishmael Sanchez, one of the first woodworkers that we helped. He lives in a small village in western El Salvador. And when we got to his shop, we were able to meet him, meet his family, see the shop that he works in, all open air, dirt floor. And he had a few very simple homemade tools that he was working with. And even with that, I was impressed with the quality of the cabinets that he was building. He was building cabinets for his neighbors, basically. So he was one of the first candidates that we helped. And we left him with a circular saw, power drill, pad sander, a router, and some donated older hand tools like hand planes, clamps, chisels, those sort of things. And then we followed up with him a year later when we were back in El Salvador, and we were really gratified to see that his business had grown. So he was doing work now for a larger set of customers. His two sons, Nixon and Dixon, were helping him out in the shop, and they were building cabinets as well as furniture, beds, tables, chairs, those kind of things. And not only for his own village, but he'd also found customers in Sonsonate, which is a larger city about an hour away from his home. So the program was working. This is exactly the kind of thing that we were hoping would happen. His income had increased a lot, and so he was able to support his large family with his craft.
Right. Now, a key part of what you guys do are your annual trips down there. What does a trip look like?
Primarily, it's one, maybe two people from Tools for Opportunity will fly down into Central America, Honduras or El Salvador. We'll be met at the airport by our in-country coordinator, who serves as both our translator, our chauffeur, and in-country host. The following 2 to 3 days will be on-site training with our woodworkers and carpenters. We will show them new techniques. We'll typically spend a day perhaps building a simple project such as an Adirondack chair or a shelf, showing them new ways to use tools that they hadn't thought of in the past as well.
Right. And you mentioned earlier also that you're trying to give a basic set of tools, and some of those are donated. How else can viewers or other woodworkers be involved with Tools for Opportunity?
I think one of the best ways they can assist us is simply with cash donations. We try to provide a basic set of tools that Gene kind of described to each of our woodworkers. Essentially a circ saw, a router, a drill, clamps, squares, things of that nature. But it totals to about $500 per individual at a retail price. So cash donations to help us defray those costs are most meaningful for us.
And those are all tax deductible, right?
Absolutely. We are a 501c3 organization.
Okay. And one thing that I've noticed, Gene, that you've talked about a lot from the beginning is that you're all volunteer. So the money that's given is going for tools to woodworkers.
Yeah, we're an all-volunteer organization. All of our board and all of our volunteers serve without pay. So all of the donations go to help the woodworkers.
If you'd like to help out Tools for Opportunity, you can contact them on Facebook, Facebook/Tools for Opportunity, or even their website, toolsforopportunity.org or .com. Gene, Craig, it's good to see you guys again. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Phil.
Phil.